Friends, my name is Mairi Campbell-Jack. I'm employed by Britain Yearly Meeting and the General Meeting for Scotland to work on political and parliamentary engagement, and I focus on the Scottish Parliament. I've been working on issues such as economic justice and militarisation in schools. In our work on economic justice, Quakers in Scotland wanted first to identify the issues and the opportunities. One of the things we did was to join with the Edinburgh Radical and Independent Book Fair and organised an event, Creating a Just Scotland, Transforming Our Land and Taxation Policies. It was a symposium with 3 well-known authors. Although I did wonder about the wisdom of putting on an event about tax at 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning, we had a very diverse audience of almost 200 people, with people sitting in the aisles and crowding around the doors to hear what was being said. By working with the Radical Book Fair, we had extended our reach, talking to people who may share many of the Quaker values, but are not necessarily drawn to Quakerism. Through this strand of work, we are also still discovering new partners in organisations like the Chartered Institute of Taxation and the Islamic Finance Council. When people with different skill sets come on board, change can happen. A former employee of Google contacted me. I wasn't sure what he wanted to talk about, but he had received funding for anti-militarism work. He wanted to ensure that when young people Google how to join the army, pacifist organisations come up in the top 10 searches. The peace movement has known for a long time that the military exploits gaming, media, and search engines for its own recruitment needs. But there hasn't been a coherent or workable plan to counter it due to a lack of resources and knowledge. If we only work with those who look like us, who act like us, who sound like us, and know what we know, then we can miss important things. I've been working in partnership with Forces Watch, who scrutinise the ethics of armed forces and try to challenge militarism. We've been working on a petition to the Scottish Parliament Public Petitions Committee, calling for greater scrutiny, guidance, and consultation on armed forces visits to schools in Scotland. The ability of Forces Watch to analyse and interpret data has been invaluable. Their knowledge of armed forces policy and recruitment has been thorough and enabled us to submit detailed and accurate responses. My knowledge of the Scottish political landscape and understanding of the Scottish Parliament, as well as my Edinburgh base, have meant that our strengths and weaknesses have complemented each other. It's been a happy symbiosis. While it is important to respect the autonomy and different views of other organisations, nothing will happen if you don't make the first step. We attended the SNP annual conference last year on our own for the first time, and we managed to set up 5 meetings, including 2 with cabinet secretaries and others with MPs and MSPs. If you venture nothing, nothing is gained. Common values are important. Are we fully aware of what they are? If we focus on our differences in some matters, we may overlook the values like truth and integrity, simplicity and equality. There are many and sometimes unlikely people who can unite with us under a shared value and common purpose. Although we have radically different views on same-sex marriage, we did find an ally in the Roman Catholic Church on our work in challenging militarism in Scottish society. The Justice and Peace Commission of the Scottish Roman Catholic Bishops' Conference wrote, without our prompting, to the Public Petitions Committee of the Scottish Parliament, saying that under-18 recruitment is an intolerable crime. With 18% of Scottish schools being Catholic schools, their contribution is very welcome. But working with other organisations is not always easy. I had an experience with an organisation last year who reneged on a promise at the last minute. This, unfortunately, personally cost me £200. While the vast majority of other organisations we work with are very supportive, It is important to check you both hold the subtler values of meeting deadlines, being clear who is doing which piece of work, and communicating. There are many ways of taking our work into the world. Recently, a Catholic writer reached out to me on Twitter, and the result was an article in the Scottish Catholic Observer strongly arguing for the end of the recruitment of minors into the armed forces. And a crucial thing is just being there. There is power in being present. Regardless of geography or physical limitations, we can use social media and online communication tools to help us reach out and make new connections. For me, one of the key things is balance. Balance does not mean to never wobble, but it comes from being able to find your way back to centre once something has made you sway. And things will sway you. Don't let casual dismissal of your cause change your mind. Don't take your eyes off your focus, because you cannot balance unless you have a point to focus on. Organisations, communities, and movements are no stronger and no weaker than the people who are in them.